Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel, Heal, Lift, Rise. My name is Karla Denard. Thank you all so very much for joining me here. Again, I truly appreciate every single one of you, all of your love, support, and kindness to the channel. Of course, if you are new here, welcome to the Heal, Lift, Rise community. I hope you'll become a part of our wonderful tribe where we talk about all things healing, lifting our vibration, and rising to become the best version of ourselves. I am on this journey with you, my friends, and I'm so excited and honored to be a part of your journey, and very, very honored that you are a part of mine. So today I really wanted to share some messages from my higher self, from my guides that I got. And I really wanted to touch on the shift that occurred. And it's so funny because as I have felt this shift that has occurred within me, I know for certain that other people out there, that you are feeling it too, to some degree. Now, when I say this shift, I mean that something internally within you has changed, has altered. You have leveled up to some degree because something that maybe you used to do or a certain way of thinking has changed. Maybe even beliefs that you held for so long have changed as well, and you have a new way of thinking, a new way of seeing things. For me, of course, you know how I am. I love to share my experiences with you and hope that it'll also relate to what you're going through, to share some advice, guidance, something that occurred for me recently. And it's this profound that I share this with you, is in my reality, just recently, I had this experience of I guess you could call it some sort of challenge. And there was something that came up, and normally, I guess, and maybe I shouldn't even say the word normally, but in the past, I would react very harshly, and I would be very confrontational, very upfront, very, very, very upset from hearing something like this. And I would want to go approach the person. Maybe give the person a piece of my mind is what I used to do in the past, okay? But this time, something within me changed. And it's like I had this awareness, this knowing that this issue or this situation, this challenge had no bearing on me. It had no control on me or over me. And that it was simply comical because I noticed it did not bring me lower. If anything, it brought me to a higher vibration, to a higher place, because it allowed me to see the situation from a higher perspective, and it allowed me to also go deeper within myself and to remember the importance of grounding my energy, being within myself, and the knowingness of who I am, the truth that I speak, of how I embody myself, and, you know, my values, things that I hold so dear to me. It really highlighted so much for me. And again, in my past, I may have been really, really, really upset, really hurt, deeply hurt from the situation, and maybe even hold a grudge, old me. But last night, as I was coming out of meditation, and I just had this awareness of wanting to pray for this person, for these people, the situation. I had the desire in me to want to pray for these people. And so I prayed. I said a little prayer. And I felt so good. I felt so good about it. And I also had this awareness that I was not going to hold on to any sort of negativity. I wasn't going to allow this to bring me to the other person's level. Because that is the key. The key is to shift. And when you're in situations like that, either you're going to get sucked in, and when you're sucked in, your energy is lowered. And when you're having to constantly go over it and go over it and go over it and over it and tell everybody about this story or whatever, basically recycle the story constantly. If you're having to do that, it stays in your energetic field and it naturally lowers your vibration. So the reason I say this is because I had this deep, letting go. It's like a surrender to this whole situation, to the point where, like I said, I have so much love in my heart. And, I pray for this person. I pray that they find healing, and, because everything that was done was out of wounds, and it showed me the person that I truly am. And it's incredible because then I also, synchronicities, I came across a video that talked about the 144. And it was like a shorts video or something. But anyways, this lady that I follow touched on that. And the divine timing of this video, that I randomly saw this video, and she talks about 144 being a place of, like a frequency. It's holding a frequency, having a certain frequency for this new earth. It's not a number. It's not about, so many people are only going to help the new earth and, etc. It's the frequency, and it's the power behind each of, so many different souls stepping into their power, their light, and a higher frequency. And she highlighted something very important and said it's the power of staying in your heart, being in your heart during the challenging times. And that's the tipping point of it all, is how centered can you remain? How centered and how much in your heart can you be in during times of challenge, when a lot of certain situations, these tests are trying to throw you out of balance, trying to get you out of your heart space and to lower your frequency, lower your energy, or drain you. Why am I sharing this with you? Because those are tests. These challenges are opportunities. And that's one thing that came to me today during my meditation is my higher self and my guides highlighted this. Be open to opportunities during times of challenges and difficulty, because this is opportunities for growth. This is opportunities for expansion, for elevating our frequency to a higher frequency, to ascending to a higher dimension. We have that option, that opportunity most especially during the challenging times. And if we can change our perspective during these challenges and really, really get in touch with our heart, get centered. And yes, it's a practice. It's something that we have to consciously be aware of and keep coming to our heart, dropping into our heart space and making decisions listening to what our heart wants, what our heart would do. Because this is where we need to lead our lives from, is from the heart space. And this is where we stay in our power. This is where we can stay in higher vibration. You see, friends, it's not about succumbing and falling during the challenges, It's really about how much we can stay heart-centered and keep our hearts open when people, situations might try to push the buttons, push our barriers, push the boundaries, and really test us to see how we can succumb to their level and get out of our hearts. So the true test, my friends, is, can you stay heart-centered? And I share this because I was able to stay heart-centered. And I know this because I know that I have not allowed it to affect me and to affect the place that I come from in my heart. I will not allow it to. And it's so freeing. It's so freeing. Because when you have anger, when you hold on to anger and resentment, it literally constricts you. It's like a chain. It's like a handcuff. It restricts you. It restricts your energy. And it holds you at a lower frequency. So I share this with you, friends, because the test is, can you stay in your heart? And that, my friends, is the most powerful place to be. To come from your heart, to live from your heart, flowing through unconditional love. That is the key. That is the key to these tests and these challenges that we are constantly being faced with. So I encourage you to stay within your heart and to keep an open mind to the situations and difficulties, obstacles that you deal with, and to remember the higher perspective of what is actually occurring, and to stay in your heart, stay in your power. Remember your divinity and understand that truly nothing can have power over you. Nothing can take away your power unless you allow that situation, person, people to take away your power. So I hope in some way this video helped you, because for me, this has been just an amazing experience, one that I can honestly say I'm grateful for. Even though it was challenging, it wasn't as challenging as it would have been for me years and years and years ago. For me, this almost felt like a cakewalk. And I'm just very, very proud of myself. And I had to share this information with you because I know there's so many of you out there that are probably going through difficult challenges and times. And the key here is to, again, really stay centered in your heart. Really staying centered in your heart. All right, I love you guys. And until next time, bye.